Iranian here, with a message for every single American who voted for President Trump. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. God bless President Trump, God bless the US military, and God bless America. We can't wait until Iran is free and we can welcome you back to our country with open arms and be the allies that we used to be before the Islamic regime took over our country in 1979. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much, and God bless America.
Good morning, everybody. Well, it's happening. Be careful what you wish for. Iran is going to get spanked. And it could only happen with the greatest president of my lifetime, Donald J. Trump. And we send out our wishes. The Iranian citizens hopefully are on the precipice. Okay, I'm so excited. The precipice of being free, like us. This is going to be so wonderful. And of course, the Democrats are going to cry, oh, boo-hoo, why are you doing it? Because it has to be done. Freedom is important. And we are putting a can of wolves on the Iranian military, their bases. God bless our soldiers and all. And it's going to be a new day. 47, baby.
It not end there. When you take a look at this, I hope you aren't drunk and took your staff advice. Rashida and I don't know this man and feel confident he didn't care about us. Please restrain from drinking too much as you have been warned from your staff, and stay off social media when you are drunk. I pray in his holy month you find peace and respect for yourself. This was Ohin Omar replying to Nancy Man. My heart goes out to Ohin Omar and Rashida tonight, sending them thought and prayers. This triggered her.
How do you square the no war promise with the potential of a protracted war?
Well, first of all, the president has consistently, over the course of his entire public life, said he will never permit the Iranian regime to have a nuclear. That's why he took action last summer, and that's part of the reason he took action today. So I don't see this as him starting a war. I see this as a preventative measure to prevent a war against the largest state sponsor of terror in the world. My view is this is a new day for the people of Iran. It's a new day for the Middle East, and it's a new day for the world, because the most courageous commander-in-chief of my lifetime said, I'm not putting up with this. We've been banging our head against the wall for 47 years while these guys terrorize the world, and I'm not going to permit it any longer. So when I see these Iranian people in L.A. and other places celebrating, I can only imagine their emotions and the emotions of the people in Iran who now have a chance to take back their country and restore what was once a great pro-Western country. That's the end goal here. No more war, but peace, and a government and a culture in Iran that can actually participate with the rest of the world instead of terrorize it. That's what the president did. He ought to be commended for it.
Yeah, some Democrats are not happy. When you take a look at what Ohin Omar sent out, Iraq was attacked by the U.S. during Ramadan, and it's sickening to know that the U.S. is again going to attack Iran during Ramadan. The U.S. apparently love to strike Muslim countries during Ramadan, and I'm convinced it is what these countries have done to violate international law, but about who they worship. When you take a look at this, they had to do fact check on her tweet. The Iraq invasion began on March 20, 2003, and major combat operations were declared over on May 1st, months before Ramadan that year. Survey also shows that in Iran, only about 37% of the population identify as Muslim, while nearly half describe themselves as non-religious. This is actually a correction someone actually put out under her tweet. Not only her, a lot of Democrats are angry that Trump actually did this. I don't know. Some actually want to appreciate Trump, some don't want to. It gets them offended.
Largest Iranian populations outside of the Middle East. You see the gathering there behind her. Julia, how is the Iranian community responding?
Stop! Well, this gathering has only grown, Jessica, over the past few hours, since we've gotten here. It has amassed a large number of people, and the celebration is striking. We got here just moments after initial reports, initial rumors. Ayatollah Khamenei had just started to trickle from Iran to this diaspora community, and people were jumping in excitement, hugging each other, crying, saying that basically they've been waiting 47 years for this very day, Jessica. It is the reason so many of them have come out here today. I want you to hear from one of them specifically, his thoughts right after learning that the supreme leader of Iran.
When is the last time you saw people in Iran dancing on the streets in excitement? And when is the last time you've ever heard of a country coming out and dancing because they're excited that foreign powers are attacking them?
Now, the name of Reza Pahlavi has been at the tip of people's tongues here, Jessica. So these are very much people who are pro-Shah. They want to see a leadership emerge from Reza Pahlavi. They're calling for him to take over the reins. And their hope, they've told me, is that he would then lead a temporary government and hold elections in Iran, hold a referendum in Iran so that the people could decide what would come next for their nation.
Yes, if a people have endured years of oppression, some individuals may feel relief at the fall of a leader who symbolizes that oppression. That is a human reaction. However, this does not make foreign intervention morally or legally legitimate. Freedom does not arrive with the passing of a leader. Freedom comes from a system built by the will of the people themselves. External interventions often produce new instability, new dependency, and new trauma. It is easy to say, look at what Trump has brought to the world, but freedoms are not built through military operations. They are built through institutions, the rule of law, and social transformation. What both the left and right often oppose is not the passing of a single individual, but the chaos that regime change through foreign interventions can create. Okay, this is someone comment after seeing this couple celebrating. I saw this, I was like, I understand. Look into this. Majority of the people, are they happy or not?
81% of Iranians hate this regime and they want it to be changed. Not 61%, not 51%, not 31%. Nearly 81% want this person to be gone, and he's gone. So what happens next? Trump, Qasem Soleimani, reputation, now equals the supreme leader, combined with a couple different countries. How many people are on IRGC side? How many countries? Maybe a handful? Who's supporting them? Who? You don't think people are sitting there saying, well, about 180 countries are against you. Why? Because how many countries go around the world saying down America, infidels? Who says that? You don't think the president and his team wanted to negotiate with you guys to say, just say you're never going to have nuclear weapons? No, just for 3 years so you can be out and then we can get another Biden in and we can go out there and do all that stuff. So look, whether you're not happy about this because you're an anti-war person, which I totally get.
Appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. I will continue to always update, bring you informations like this, please. As of the short clips you see at the end, always you can skip. That is for the white algorithm.
Explain what this is, the words.
Well, apparently in this document,
Our chamber is chanting USA. This is a sick person. The first lady.
I was there, and it was as horrific as I thought it would be.
She wasn't the only one. Look at SOT 35, CNN's Abby Phillip.
But he utilized almost like these game show type moments where you're seeing awards being presented.
They're just so disgusting.
Of course, he chose Amy Coney Barrett for the bench. She was one of the justices who did not vote in his favor and did not shake her hand there, ruled against.
All right, these little drama queens. Here's the video. He shook everyone's hand. Everyone. There's the Chief Justice. He did shake Elena Kagan. Here goes Brett Kavanaugh. And there's Amy Coney Barrett. All of them got their hands shaken to the point where they had to come back on the air and say this in SOT 33.
But we should point out as he walks in, he's pretty close to the justices again as he comes down on the floor, that he did shake their hands there this evening. There were a couple of shots that they showed, one of them making it very clear, including Amy Coney Barrett.
They thought they had such a juicy moment. No, that's not what happened at all.
To get here and to press this country to
the border. I stuck at the border. Go Trump! Go Trump!
Democrats to stand for the slain passenger in North. Our first priority is Americans rather than illegal on either of those two. I think they took his bait.
Can take away from the joyous moment as all Americans. And why are they putting a medal?
Oh, he's already under scrutiny for 1,000 reasons. Viral Patel posted this on X.
People on the left are absolutely losing their minds.
Because now it's our job.
I get suspicious when anybody, whether it's
no one should be above scrutiny.
I think that Whoopi Goldberg, you might want to think.
Isn't that whole testimony?
Don't use it as a
person's home. It's very easy to.
This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
The country's in such emotional turmoil.
And Republicans on both sides.
So amazing. And wasn't it so great?
This is a desperate, immoral act in the hopes that he can score a